Three of the world's most powerful leaders, standing side by side, watching weapons that could end civilization as we know it. September 3rd, 2025. Beijing's Tiananmen Square becomes the epicenter of global power politics. What started as a ceremony marking 80 years since World War II's end became something far more sinister. For the first time in Kim Jong-un's 14-year rule, the North Korean dictator leaves his hermit kingdom for a multilateral event. Putin, isolated by Western sanctions, finds sanctuary in Xi's embrace. And China unveils weapons that make the Pentagon's blood run cold. Watch closely as they climb those stairs. Xi in the center, the host, the power broker. Putin to his right, the pariah seeking legitimacy. Kim to his left, the wild card with nuclear weapons. Long time no see, Xi tells Kim through an interpreter. But this isn't a reunion between old friends. This is the formation of an axis that could reshape global politics forever. Notice how they position themselves. Xi leads, but Putin and Kim flank him like lieutenants. The symbolism is deliberate, calculated, terrifying. The AJX-002 underwater drone, a Black Death machine that looks like a submarine designed by nightmares. Hypersonic missiles that can sink American aircraft carriers before radar even detects them. The DF-61 intercontinental ballistic missile capable of carrying nuclear warheads to any target on Earth. This isn't just military hardware. This is China telling America, your Pacific dominance is over. The Pentagon is sweating. The Seventh Fleet suddenly feels very, very vulnerable. Please give my warmest regards to Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un as you conspire against the United States of America. Donald Trump's social media post cuts through diplomatic niceties like a knife. He sees what's happening. He knows this parade isn't about World War II, it's about World War III. Putin's advisor tries to downplay it. No one was weaving any conspiracies. But actions speak louder than words, and these three leaders' actions are screaming. Look at who didn't show up. Biden's America, absent. NATO allies, nowhere to be found. Japan, India, South Korea, they sent low-level officials or stayed home entirely. The West has collectively turned its back on China's moment of triumph. This isn't accidental. This is deliberate isolation. But China isn't alone. 26 countries sent their leaders. The global South is choosing sides, and they're not choosing ours. Hidden among the marching troops, something unprecedented appears. China's new cyberspace unit. These aren't traditional soldiers. They're digital warriors capable of bringing down power grids, crashing stock markets, and paralyzing entire nations without firing a single shot. The Information Support Force follows behind them, specialists in psychological warfare and propaganda. This is 21st century combat, and China just announced it's winning. Vladimir Putin isn't here as an equal partner. He's here as a beggar. 3 years into his Ukraine invasion, Western sanctions have crippled Russia's economy. He needs China's economic lifeline more than China needs Russia's military support. Watch his body language. He's deferential to Xi, almost submissive. The irony is crushing. The man who once dominated global summits now plays second fiddle to the leader he once condescended to. Kim Jong-un's presence changes everything. This is his first major multilateral event ever. He's never left North Korea for something this significant. Why now? Because he knows something we don't. His 15,000 troops fighting in Ukraine aren't just military support, they're combat experience. His ballistic missiles aren't just exports, they're field tests. North Korea is no longer the hermit kingdom. It's a battle-tested military power with nuclear weapons. Xi's message to his troops was crystal clear: safeguard China's sovereignty and unification. That's code for Taiwan. Every weapon on display, every alliance being forged, every diplomatic move, it all points toward one inevitable conclusion. China is preparing for war over Taiwan. President Li's response from across the strait was defiant but desperate. Taiwan does not use the barrel of a gun to commemorate peace. But guns are exactly what China is pointing at Taiwan right now. While weapons paraded through Beijing, economic weapons deployed globally. A new gas pipeline to China. Increased energy deliveries. 30-day visa-free travel for Russians. These aren't just business deals. They're sanctions-busting strategies. Every agreement signed is a middle finger to Western economic pressure. China is building a parallel economic system, and it's working. The Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit wasn't really about cooperation. It was about coordination. Modi from India played both sides, meeting Xi and Putin separately while staying away from the parade. Turkey sent representatives, but kept distance. Even among China's allies, there's careful calculation. Everyone knows what's coming. Everyone is choosing positions for the inevitable conflict. Here's what really happened in Beijing. This wasn't about commemorating World War II. This was about declaring World War III. Not with bullets and bombs, not yet, but with alliances and economics, with technology and territory, with influence and intimidation. Xi Jinping just announced to the world, the age of American dominance is over. The age of Chinese leadership has begun. Putin and Kim weren't guests at this parade. They were witnesses to history, and so were we. The question that keeps Pentagon generals awake at night just got answered. When the next global conflict comes, China won't be fighting alone. What happens next will determine the fate of the 21st century. Will America accept a multipolar world, or will it fight to maintain its dominance? Will China's alliance with Russia and North Korea hold, or will competing interests tear it apart? Will the global South's bet on China pay off, or will they become casualties of great power competition? One thing is certain, the world changed on September 3rd, 2025, and most people don't even know it yet. What do you think happens next? Are we witnessing the birth of a new world order, or the beginning of the end for global peace? Let me know in the comments below. And if this analysis opened your eyes to what's really happening behind the headlines, hit that subscribe button, because this story is far from over.